Welcome to Peppy's Civil Class. Today's question is on the estimation of civil engineering works, okay? And the same one we solved earlier. We've already had a question solved on plant and equipment. This is also a similar one, but this is including the transportation to and from sites, okay? So we're going to solve this one and see how it goes. Let's brief through the question. The question says estimate the all-in daily rate of Shanti SD16 160 HP hydraulic drive crawler bulldozer based on the following information. So the cost of the bulldozer, this question says the bulldozer is used. So the cost of bulldozer 695,000 Ghana cedis. The resale value is 10% of the capital cost, okay? The average working days per annum, 100 days. Average economic life of plants is 5 years. The overhead cost of annual depreciation is 30%. The insurance and license cost per annum is 2% of the annual depreciation, okay? The repairs and renewals per day is 25% of the annual depreciation. The fuel and lubricant consumed per day is 30% of the annual depreciation. The operator's wages per day is 130 Ghana cedis. The banksman wages per day. The banksman is also known as the laborers, okay? So the laborers we have on site are also known as banksmen. Their wages per day is 90 Ghana cedis per day. Then the transportation of the bulldozer to and from sites. The first one was a tipper truck, so it can be drove there, but this is a bulldozer. We have to transport it to site. So the amount for transporting it to and from site is 2,000 Ghana cedis. Then our overheads and profit is 20%. So as the first one said, we should assume the straight line method of depreciation, okay? So solution, okay? So as usual, we do the ownership cost first. Ownership cost, the capital cost in the question given was 695 Ghana cedis, okay? $695,000 Ghana cedis, and the resale value was 10%. So 10% of this one, we have 69,500. When we subtract this by the capital from the resale value, we have 625,500. Okay. The economic life of the plant, that's the years, have 5 years. So the annual depreciation cost is equal to 625,500 divided by 5 years, and we have 125,000, okay? 125,000. Then you calculate for the average working days per annum. This was given as 100 days here. The average working days per annum, we have 100 days. So average so the annual depreciation cost to be 215,100 dividing 100. and this will give us the daily depreciation cost. Okay, 1251.00. Okay, now I move to II. The interest there is the same as the overheads, right? So the interest on the annual depreciation cost. This was given as 30%. So 30% of 12500. Okay, and this will give us 37,530 Ghana cedis. Okay, so the interest on the daily, this is for annual depreciation. So interest on daily depreciation will be equal to 37,530 divided by 100 days. Okay, and this will be equal to 375.30. Okay, now we calculate for the insurance and license, which is 2%. Insurance and license, 2% of the annual depreciation. Okay, so insurance and license, 2% of annual depreciation. This is the annual depreciation, 12500. This is equal to 25,002 Ghana cedis. And the daily $25.02, right? Yes. So we calculate for the operators' wages. Now move on to the operators' wages. Operators' wages, we have 130 Ghana cedis. Then the banksmen, we have 90 Ghana cedis. So this will give us 220 Ghana cedis for both of them. So now we are done with the ownership cost. We have to do the total ownership cost. Calculate for the total ownership cost, which is equal to 1251, the daily depreciation, 1251 plus 3750, the interest on the daily depreciation, 3750.3, 75.3 plus which one? The daily on the insurance and license, 25.02, and the last one, the operators' wages, 220. Total we have 1871.32. Okay, 1871.32 Ghana cedis. This is for the ownership cost alone. We are now coming to calculate for the operational cost or the operative cost, which is also known as the maintenance cost. Okay, so the operating cost, we have under operating cost, we have repair and renewals, which was 25% of the annual depreciation. So 25% of what was the annual depreciation? Annual depreciation cost 12500. Okay. Repair and renewals per day 25%. So since it's per day, we use the daily depreciation cost, which is 1251. And this will give us 312 31275 312 Ghana cedi, 75 pesos. Okay. Then the transportation, this is where the transportation comes inside. The transportation to and from site at 5 sites per year. Okay. So transport to and from site at 5 sites per years. So we have 2000 times the 5 sites. We have 10,000 Ghana cedis. Okay. So we have to find the transport per day, but this is in years. So transport, this is R, per day is equal to the 10,000 divided by, per day is 100 days. They work for 100 days. 10 days. Sorry, 100 days. So yeah, 100 Ghana cedis. And the total operational cost is the repair plus the transport. So total operational cost 312.75 plus the daily transport, and we have 412.75. Okay. Now the running cost. The running cost, like I said, for fuel, grease, oil, lubricants, which were consumed per day. So the cost of fuel is 30% of the annual depreciation. So 30% of 12500. So 12500, 30% of 12500, and we are having 375.30. Okay. But wait, the repair and renewal is 25% of, let me see, repair and renewal per day, 25% of, no, this is daily depreciation. That is why we used 1251. Yeah, 1251 daily depreciation cost. So repair and renewal is 25% per day. So 25% of the daily depreciation cost. Okay, this is per annum. So we are having 375.30 for the running cost, the cost of fuel. Now we have to calculate for the total cost. The total cost, which is equal to the ownership cost plus operative cost plus the running cost, right? Yeah. So the operation cost, we have operation cost, we have 1871.32. 1871.32 plus the operating cost. We have 412.75, okay, plus the running cost. We have 375.30, okay, total 2659.37, okay. But we are not done yet. We have to calculate our profit and overhead. So let's use here. We add profit and overheads, which is 20%. Okay, so what did we have here? We had 2659.37. 2659.37. Okay, so 20% of 2659.37, and this will give us 531.87. Therefore, our all-in daily rate will be equal to 2659.37 plus 531.87, and we will have 3191.24 Ghana cedis. Okay, so this is our all-in daily rate.